So the first thing I love about this car, the interior. You've got this awesome leather wrapped steering wheel, the thick bolstering on the steering wheel. You've got the suede and leather trim seats with the SRT badging, which is fucking awesome. I mean, because you're in an SRT. Should be awesome, right? You should feel special in the car you're in. They do that. And it's just comfortable. Like, you sit in the seats and you're very, like, held in place, and it's very comfortable to drive. You don't get out feeling beat up. You don't get out feeling like you need a fucking cane to walk into the store, or you know, that you really have to get out feeling worse than when you got in. You don't ever dread driving the vehicle because of how comfortable it is. The seats are heated and cooled. You've got your power lumbar support, adjustable back and forward. They did miss out. There's no memory seating, but I digress because it is still a very comfortable ride. You know, it's got a lot of creature features in it with the seating. You know, it makes you feel very, very at home, very, very good, very comfortable and confident when you're driving. And like I said, they're nicely bolstered. You know, I'm not a very big guy, but I'm also like not a super small guy. I'm about 5'10", and they fit me just fine. About 5'10", 180, and you know, these fit me just fine. They hold me in place just fine, and but I don't feel like I'm being like restricted or like it's too much. The second thing I love about this car is the sound. This is one of the best sounding cars I have ever owned. I mean, it just sounds killer, and it's had minimal work. And listen to that. It sounds great. So, you know, we'll get some driving shots too, but you know, it sounds great. It sounds great cruising. There's not a lot of drone. You can hear it. It's very like in your face, like, and it makes you respect what it is. Like, you can feel it when you get on it. You can just hear the tone, and it you know that you're in a Challenger. You know you're in a Hemi powered car, and it's a fantastic sound. And just we'll do a couple pulls here. Fantastic sound. Absolutely fucking awesome. That's the second reason I love this damn car. You've got a 6.4 liter naturally aspirated Hemi that puts out 485 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque, and yeah, you can drive this car like a normal everyday car. It doesn't have to be romped on every day. But when you want to romp on it, I mean, it's there. The power is there, and it's responsive. It's absolutely responsive. And I have found that with this car, they're torque monsters. That torque is so prevalent. Granted, it is a heavier car, but this car does have, you know, the torque to put out. And when you want that power, when you want it to just get on it, like, and you can just get after it. And the fact, like I said, that you can drive this just as a normal everyday car. You can just cruise in it. You can take it on trips. And you know, that power is seamless. It's just you can drive it however you want, whether you're cruising, whether you're racing, whether you're on the track, whether you're on the street. It's a comfortable car to be in that has a lot of power should you need it, and it's a great car. It's a great great power plant. Blind spot monitoring system. Now, that is and that's not necessarily specific just to this car, but it's a feature I love about this car because it helps in so many ways. This car's kind of big, and I mean, it's not really a big car. Once you're used to driving it, it doesn't feel big, but you know, she's got big hips, right? And so that's the way we like it. But anyways, this car is great, and with it having the blind spot monitoring system, you know, if you are doing spirited driving, or if you are, you know, just up in the RPM somewhere, and you are trying to get in and out of people and trying to get around somebody, it really saves your ass, because I can't tell you, and I'm not the world's best driver, okay, but I pay attention, and I think I'm a pretty good driver. And with that being said, you know, I've caught myself sometimes not going to move, but checking to move, and I was like, oh shit, there's somebody there, because you just look over and there is a light on the mirror telling you, hey, you know, don't get over, there's somebody there, there's somebody that's going to be in the way, and you're not going to be able to do that. It definitely makes it so that it's a lot funner to drive, and you feel more confident driving the car, for sure. Air-conditioned seats, or the ventilated seats, rather, what they're called. And I mentioned before, I'm in Arizona. It's hot as fuck here, and people in Arizona that have leather interiors or anything other than cloth, they don't get out of their car. They peel themselves off their seats to get out. And in order to get in your car, you better, one, hope that you're parked in shade, two, hope that you have a remote start with a vehicle that turns on your air conditioning, or three, you better have 40 extra minutes to let it cool down, because if you don't, it's going to be a miserable experience. But definitely the ventilated seats in this car are fantastic. It is a feature I would definitely pay for in any vehicle. The sixth thing that I love about this car is the remote start. That is a must-have feature. Especially, you know, you can only get it on automatic. So if you have an automatic, or you're buying an automatic, especially once you get into the trim, SRT, most Scat Packs have it. Again, automatics only. Once you get into those trims, it is fairly standard, but it is an awesome feature. And just, you know, being able to start the car from inside the house, or inside the office, in the store, wherever you are, being able to make sure that it is, you know, on and comfortable for, you know, whoever's going to be getting in the vehicle, whether it's cold outside or warm outside. Because again, in tandem with the remote start and the AC, you get the smart climate sense, which does tell you about, you know, it does tell the car, rather, if it's hot outside, hey, you should turn on the AC. If it's cold outside, hey, I should turn on the warmer. So yeah, it does do those things, and it does make sure that you are very comfortable getting in the vehicle, and it's very convenient. I've mentioned before, my significant other has some issues, one of them being that she cannot control the temperature of her body sometimes. And so being here in Arizona, it's a very awesome feature that if we're leaving somewhere, or you know, we're gonna go do something, that we could just be like, hey, you know, I can turn the car on for her in advance, and I know it'll cool down. It'll make sure that she is comfortable getting in the car. So. The sound system. My car has the Harman Kardon sound system in it, and it is a 900 watt, 19 speaker surround system. Got 2 subs in the back, and I absolutely fucking love it. I think that, especially with these cars, excuse me, unless you're deaf, completely. I mean, it's a fantastic sound system. It's very tunable. I find that it does sound better without the surround sound feature on. I mean, to each their own, but for me personally, I think it sounds a lot better without that on. The car has a lot of bass, and it's very heavy, like deep bass. So depending on what you're listening to, when it hits very hard. It's still a very all-around, well-rounded, great car. Like, this car has plenty of room in it. I have the car seats in the back for my kiddos. I have two, and then my 10-year-old sits on the left. And it's plenty of room for them. It has enough room to fit everybody in here, as well as, make the trip comfortable. Everybody doesn't feel squished. It's usable. It's very comfortable. It's easy to get them in and out of. It has a lot more room. I've had Mustangs and Camaros, and it has more room in the back than both of them. As I mentioned, it is very practical. It is a very practical car. So even the trunk space, like, this is huge. You can fit me in there comfortably. I might camp here. No, I'm not really gonna camp there, but you get my point. There's a lot of room in here, and you can use it like an everyday car, as long as you're not hauling hay or something like that. I suppose if you really needed to, you could throw a bale of straw in there. I just wouldn't recommend it. So yeah, it is very practical in that front. So yeah, big trunk. Another thing I love about this car is just the way it looks at night. The car is very aggressive, and the lights are very awesome, especially at night. Having the halos on this car the way that they are, it does light up the car very nice, giving it an overall very aggressive look and feel for sure. All right, now the final thing that I love about this car, it's gonna be the UConnect system. I mean, it's very user friendly. This is probably one of the best touchscreens on the market. Very simple to use. All of your controls here for the heated steering wheel, heated seats, cooled seats, the screen off function, the different settings that you can put here. All of your apps are always in this tray. The auto dimming mirror is also a cool feature. It automatically dims it if you have anybody in your back mirror, so that's a pretty cool feature too. All your different climate features here as well. Different climate control for each person, so if somebody else wants to be cooler or hotter, they can do that. And you also have additional controls for the heated seats, the heated steering wheel, and the ventilated seats here. You've got navigation, which I never ever use because smartphones exist. However, it is a useful feature. It is there if I ever do need it. So, that's that. I do have a phone here. I've got that here. I'm able to put favorites up there. You've got 5 spaces for that, and you can do that. You can see your recent calls. You've got a dial pad here. You can actually physically dial a number, which is an awesome feature. You've got the media tab, which will take you to like anything that's Bluetooth or anything like that. Ice 9 Kills is amazing. I've got the radio tab, which I won't hit because I don't want to get demonetized here. And then, even another cool thing is when you're in this, you can still use the navigation or the map. You can still use it like that, even being in this screen here. Now, you do, of course, get the SRT pages, all the different settings for the vehicle, which is a super cool thing that you can do. You can make your own, which I have done. You can make your own custom settings, track, then you can actually go to the SRT pages itself, and you just hit start. Wait for it to load up here. And voila, there's my car. So yeah, so you can go in here. You've got a bunch of gauges and different things like that. You can see all the different features of the touchscreen itself, what power you're making, the engine output, the different oil, what torque. So it's very responsive on that. So yeah, so this would be, the last thing that I love about the car, and overall, it's just a really, really great feature to have on the car for sure. All right, and lastly, if you guys tuned in today and you watched the whole video, thanks again for stopping by. It's always awesome to just share my thoughts on here and be able to just connect to everybody in here. And I want to give a big shout out to Adrian at Unique Aquariums. The last video was awesome. It was a lot of fun to make, and I was stunned that it got so many views. Like, that's awesome. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm still new to YouTube, and I'm kind of figuring things out. Hopefully I'm doing good, and you guys are really liking some of the content that I'm putting out. Oh, sorry for the glare. And I look forward to doing so many more. We've got that big build coming to the channel. We also have I've been hinting at a video for a couple weeks, and I promise it's going to be awesome. It's going to be coming soon. We're still putting it together. We're still fixing all the kinks so that we can get it done. But it is going out, and it is going to be an awesome video. If you guys just tuned in, my name is Ben. I drive a Dodge Challenger SRT, and I like to make fun videos. It's just, just different type of vlog videos. We'll go fuck around. We'll do reviews. We'll go play in the dirt. We'll go do things with the car that shouldn't be done with the car. We'll just have lots of fun, and we'll talk about real things. And so thanks again for watching the whole video. You guys take care. Have a great night. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and you guys have a great night. Bye, guys.